afraid of the white supremacists? And I mean, I don't feel like now they're afraid of them.
I think it's the other way around. I feel as though the white supremacists are afraid of, you know what I'm saying, the African Americans, just because we already outgrown them in numbers, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if we all came together, we could actually, if we really wanted to, we could put the white people away. Not saying that's really what we want to do, but it's a possibility if it came down to it. But on a serious note, yeah, I definitely do think that, I mean, we're threatening creatures. You gotta think, you know what I'm saying? Black people are built way different than white people or even other races, you know what I'm saying? We grew up different. You know, not even like physically, but emotionally, you know what I'm saying, mentally, we grew up different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we come off aggressive. We come off, you know what I'm saying, like we have a lot of built up tension in us, you know what I'm saying? Because we seen a lot. We seen difference. White people always grew around white people, you know what I'm saying? So it was never really too much altercation or they had to worry about one another. As far as blacks, we kind of turn on each other. I don't want to say it like that, but that's really what it is when instead of us coming together, you know what I'm saying? So white people, they already know they're going to come together regardless, but their numbers aren't as strong as ours, so they fear us. You know what I'm saying? And the knowledge we have and just a lot of things that we could do, but we never use to our full potential because I feel as though black people allow society to control their mindsets. That's the only thing white people do have over us. And I don't like to say it like that, but they have a stronger mentality or mindset than us. You know what I'm saying? Because you can tell a white person they're going to be this, they're going to be that. Or if you got 10 white people in the room, you tell all of them they're going to be white trash. I'm pretty sure only 3 of them are. But if you have 10 black people in the room, you're going to say you're going to be unsuccessful, or you're just going to be statistic. 7 of them are going to be statistics, and 3 of them are not. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because we were even, you know what I'm saying, in slavery times, we had people controlling our minds. And even though we have a lot more freedom now, they're still controlling our minds. You feel me? That's why social media is such a big thing to us, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of shit like that. I don't even want to get into it. But that's all I had to say.
What you think about the whole situation?
Like this situation has me mind boggled only because we see it in the Bible, we see it in the text, we see it in the ancient history. Times like this are going to happen. But it's just crazy to me how, you know, at the ages that we are at, and the simple fact that all of this has happened right before our eyes, in my opinion, it's just unbelievable. But as I said on my Facebook post, in my opinion, like, it all starts in the home. Nobody just goes out into this world and say, I'm going to be evil, I'm going to be bad, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It just all starts in the home. Like, however you're brought up, however you're taught what's right and what's wrong, you know, that's how you're going to go out in this world, that's how you're going to see this world. And I feel as though this whole situation is bad, but I also believe that it needs to happen, because if situations like this don't happen, then people's not going to see this world for what it really is. People just going to think it's all, you know, candy coated and things like that. Like, you know, people out here risking their lives, you know, risking their lives for the freedom that we've been trying to get for over 400 years. I'm not the type that, you know, always start the race card, but like I always have been saying, I believe in all lives matter, but as of right now, the lives of African Americans have been put at stake and have been put in the forefront of injustice, and that's what people need to understand. It's not about picking and choosing who we like or who we dislike. It's just the simple fact that I turn on the news, I go on the internet, and I'm always seeing something about something happening towards our people, and I just don't like that. And I feel as though, like, I'm gonna just be all the way 100. I feel as though if Obama was in office and something like this was to happen, it wouldn't even escalate to how it is now. But people feel as though Trump and the type of person he is, how, in my opinion, he's always the type to think, you know, violence is the answer when it's not. And by the way he's talking about North Korea and the way that he's talking about the situation, he's adding fuel to the fire. And what I want to people to realize from this situation is our generation has to really wake up and open our eyes, and we have to let our youth know that this situation is beyond crazy, and we have to stand up and do something about it. And I like what I'm seeing, even though some people have lost their lives and got hurt, and shout out to those people's families who are going through that. But like I said, if things like this don't happen, then we're not going to be able to see the world for what it really is.
Definitely right about that. I know we're getting some comments on Instagram Live. Aaliyah's going to mention about some of them. And then I got some that I also want to say about it as well.
And Renee said that they were literally yelling, black people go home or in dorms on election night. And then she said, it's the way the system is built against us. They're going to be statistics because they are taught that's all they can be.
I mean, I feel as though, you know, each one of y'all guys are correct about this whole entire situation because, like, I feel like the system has made it a statistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, us black people, like, we could be what we said that we wanted to grow up as when we were younger, saying that we wanted to be those doctors, those what are they? The big things that we've always wanted to be when we were kids. Most of them want to do that, but the statistic always shows that, oh, you can't do it because of this situation, and gives you certain tasks to make you get confused. It falls down into the school system, and then it goes into reality life and also in the home. I feel like it goes throughout all of them. I mean, what do you feel about it, Aaliyah? You haven't put your input in it. I mean, you've been talking about it on here, but go tell me what you think.
I mean, we've always been at a disadvantage from like the beginning of time.
God, girl, like, what the hell is going on with your mind? Like, I'm just saying. Yeah, I know you got something to say, but you're right. We always been at disadvantage, but you know what's kind of fucked up for me to want to say? I mean, if you really think about it, we put ourselves at that disadvantage, you know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, back in ancient times, how do you really think white people got slaves? We sold ourselves. We were slaves working for our own kind. If you think about it, how do you think the pyramids got built? Slaves that were ran by motherfucking kings and queens of Egypt, who were also descent black African Americans, or African American, or Africans. Egyptians, they were all that had black in them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's I don't know, man. When you think of stuff like this, it's like it's really nothing really too much you can say, but that there are people out there who, you know what I'm saying, hate our skin, or hate the race that you are, or, you know what I'm saying, or the religion you follow, or the sex. Even motherfuckers, I don't know if you know, but motherfuckers hate you know what I'm saying, transgenders and you know what I'm saying, people of that nature. I don't even want to get into all that. You know what I'm saying? And it's I really don't know what to say either. I am kind of lost, like Aaliyah, you know what I'm saying, because it's deeper than just white supremacists and you know what I'm saying, people who hate niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's not that simple when you think about it, because everybody got a little hatred in them towards someone or somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just all about changing your mindset on life. Instead of looking at the small picture of just somebody's skin complexion, go deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking at a female ass and pretty, and you know what I'm saying, pretty face, go deeper than that. Now you gotta start looking at the characteristics that person holds, you feel me? And just their mindset on life, you feel me? Because me personally, I ain't gonna lie, I hate people who want to stay complacent, who don't want to grow. You know what I'm saying? That's the people I have hatred towards. Not saying that's a good thing, but that's my hatred. I don't hate no white person. I don't hate no, you know what I'm saying, Puerto Rican. I don't hate no gay person. Nah. But if you don't want to grow, you don't want to succeed in life, I hate you. I'm sorry. As rude as that sounds, I do, because you weren't put on this earth just as, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, just
I agree with you. I mean, what you was about to say is you're not put on this earth to not do anything in life. Pretty much, you're meant for something. You know, if you was put on this earth, you're meant for. I mean, Josh, what you think? Like, you got any input of what Steph said?
Oh no, definitely. I definitely agree with what Steph said. Like, we all here for a purpose and for a reason. And like, this is one thing that I peeped the other day that I really like, because we're living in a time, especially this was going down in Charleston. That's a perfect example. Not just African Americans, but everybody as a whole needs to start doing things independently. And what I mean by that is, for example, the Nation of Islam. So far, they already raised $2 million independently to go towards a fund that's going to help them buy land and purchase property to build independent businesses on. And I feel as though people need to get more economically inclined, not just within themselves, but within their communities, because things never was handed out to us. And, you know, just like people don't like to talk about Black Wall Street, when they burnt down all those black businesses in, I believe, either Ohio or Oklahoma, correct me if I'm wrong. And it's just like, we need to gain our independence back, and we need to do what we have to do to survive in this world. And I feel as though that all the people that I'm seeing nowadays are slowly starting to get the grasp of that. I'm starting to see more black entrepreneurs, more black businessmen. You know, just like Steph said, we're all put here for a reason. And I agree with him too. I wouldn't necessarily say I hate him, but I know where he's coming from, and I agree 100%. It's like, don't just sit here and slack off and be lazy. Your ancestors, your parents, your grandparents did not go through what they had to go through, so you can sit here and not do shit with your life. And especially the times that we living in, when basically people got enough balls to go up to your face and say, you ain't going to be shit, you got no choice but to get out there and do what you got to do. It's not just for yourself, for the people around you, for your family, you know, just to make yourself even a better individual at the end of the day. I feel as though this situation down in Charleston is a prime example of how shit not going to get handed to you. Shit never was handed to us, and we got to take this fucking country back with our own bare hands. Just like how our independence is taken from the whites and the people who claim they found us, but we need to take that shit right back. And, you know, I say, you know, some of the things that I think we could do to start getting in that situation, like straight up, impeach Trump. I ain't gonna say I want him assassinated. I don't wish death on nobody. But impeaching, he got him and Pence. Not just him and Pence got to go. And I feel as though there needs to be more opportunities for minorities to be able to, you know, be their own boss, be their own entrepreneurs. There's just a bunch of things that I think needs to happen that I know can happen. People just need to really stop sitting back and thinking, oh, just because, you know, a riot happened and some people got, you know, beat up and hurt. No, like, this is we living in like, I would not imagine me when I'm young, I would not imagine me having to turn on the news and seeing this. You know, I always heard my parents talk about how they lived through the Martin Luther King era. You know, my dad talks about how when he was in elementary school, the National Guard walking around the school, and he's not understanding what's going on. And now we're living through that and seeing that. You know, I have a daughter myself, and although she's relatively young, it just still blows my mind at how, if we're looking at this right now, only imagine how our future kids and how everybody who's going to be growing up in like the next 2 decades or so is going to be dealing with. So the time is now. The time definitely is now. We got to put our foot down, come together as one, and just say, you know, fuck the bullshit. Let's go out here and do what we got to do to make this country better.
I definitely agree with you for that. And then another point that you did put out was we as a people, I mean, I remember my grandmother used to always talk to me about saying how the community always stuck together. Everybody knew each other. Even when me and Steph was young, he knew me and him both knew the community well enough. At least our age, we knew who to stick around with and who to. It's not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Now it's more of gangs and trying to, you know, fight and cause a whole bunch of rioting and stuff like that going on. And the thing that I find funny about it is when, you know, you do see, let's say you do see a riot going on the television or something that's involving somebody that's in that state. You see people that's rioting that's not even from that state. You know what I'm saying? Or even from that area that's interfering with it just because. You know, I feel as though as our community needs to do a lot more